So they begin to walk in. Here they go. And they're off. The 2007 Coral Scottish Grand National, 4 miles and half a furlong ahead of them. The 23-strong field make their way to the first of the 27 fences, led by Hot Weld. Parsons Legacy jumping in second, the first of the Greys, Strong Resolve. They've all taken it safely, and last year's winner, Run for Paddy, has dropped out at the tail end of the field with Sivola and Prince of Slain as they move on quickly to the second. And it was Hot Weld who led over it. Ballycastle mistaken. Classic Capers has unseated his rider. Classic Capers has gone at the second. So moving on towards the third, it's Hot Weld who leads up to Parsons Legacy. Napolitan with the white faces close up. The Grey Strong Resolve races out wide, followed by the second of the Greys, Roscom. Looking for some of the principles at this stage. Character building, another of the Greys in the race. Beige sleeves and cap for jockey Dougie Costello's in midfield as they cross out over another plain fence in the back straight, where Juachi back through the field was slightly hampered by the loose horse, and Run for Paddy's in rear with Rambling Minster and Sivola as they move on towards the fifth. Hot Weld by a couple of lengths from Strong Resolve jumping up to second. Ballycastle hopped over in third. They're being followed through by Parsons Legacy, and then towards the outside Napolitan. Wide of Napolitan, then through the field races up Roscom the Grey to Idle Talk with the noseband, and then a new story in mid-division in the cheek pieces, followed by Sir Rembrandt as they make their way into the straight on the first occasion. Catch the Perk is also in midfield. Another run, Blue and Green Jacket is out wide to Leduc and Character Building, and then Cornish Rebel as they cross the sixth, watching the leaders over safely. Prince of Slain is further back at this stage to Sivola, Sibelius, Darte, Run for Paddy and Rambling Minster as they make their way up towards another plain fence. And Hot Weld continues to dictate the pace in the Coral Scottish Grand National. Joachi is now disputing last place with Rambling Minster, who's held up way off this gallop, still being set by Hot Weld as they rise at another open ditch, the eighth. Leaders again, safe and sound over the other side. The rest over okay. Joachi is still last as they close in on the ninth, and it'll be for real in 2 circuits' time. Hot Weld then, and PJ McDonald draw to it in front, take it safely to Strong Resolve and Ballycastle with the red cap who sits close up. Parsons Legacy's in 4, and then Roscom who races in 5, another rum is in 6. 2 or 3 lengths Napolitan, red cap is in 7. Leduc is 8, and then in 9th is Idle Talk, and 10 a new story, 11 Character Building. 12 is Catch the Perk, and 13 L'Aventure, the white cap, 14 Sir Rembrandt, 15 Sibelius Darte as they make their way towards the end of 1 circuit. Sivola is back at about 16th position at this stage, followed by Rambling Minster, Cornish Rebel, then High Cotton, Prince of Slain, Run for Paddy last but 1, and 2 lengths adrift is Joachi as they make their way once more down the back straight and on now to the 10th of the 27 fences. And Hot Weld has made just about all the running in the Scottish National so far. He's got them stretched out by about 15 lengths. Strong Resolve the Grey heads the chasers from Ballycastle. Another Rum Green Jacket is out wide, placed in the race 2 years ago. Parsons Legacy jumps it in 5th place. Roscom, another of the Greys, is getting a bit closer as we watch the last few take it. Rambling Minster in the white and purple silks has just picked off a few of the stragglers as Hot Weld leads them on towards another plain fence, the 11th. Just put down on it safely to the other side. The Birch was flying in midfielders. Idle Talk made a mistake, and Sir Rembrandt got 1 or 2 reminders on touching down. And now they move on swiftly towards another open ditch. The 12th coming up to them. Hot Weld by 3 lengths on landing. Strong Resolving close, hit it hard. Back in the midfield, Napolitan's travelling well. Last of all now, Prince of Slain made a mistake, has been passed by Joachi as Hot Weld leads Ballycastle. Strong Resolve another run. Parsons Legacy, yellow sleeves and cap. Then the grey Roscom. Then a small break to Napolitan with the red cap. Stable companion Leduc in the distinguishing yellow cap races a little wider as they take the next one across on the far side. A new story in midfield from Catch the Perk. Then goes Character Building the grey, and Idle Talk there made a mistake and unseated Jason Maguire. So Idle Talk went at the 14th, the second casualty in the Coral Scottish Grand National, as Hot Weld now leads them through the halfway point. They approach the final 2 miles. Strong Resolve is still disputing second with Ballycastle. Another rum is close up behind them in 4th. Parsons Legacy's in 5th, and the grey Roscom is right behind them. Then a 2 or 3 length break to Leduc, who's shadowing Napolitan. A new story, the cheek pieces, far side Catch the Perk, the maroon cap, and then out wide the grey Character Building. Sivola in the red and yellow jacket is making some headway towards the leaders, gone up into midfield. There he goes. goes out over that one. Just ahead of Run for Paddy, so Rembrandt being pushed along, and then Rambling Minster. The mare L'Aventure's off the bridle. High Cotton's niggled along towards the tail end, and Joachi is right out the back. Prince of Slane has completely dropped the bit, is tailing off with Sibelius D'Arte as they move up towards the fence, which will be the last after another circuit. On this occasion, it's the 18th, and Hot Weld jumps well out in front to Ballycastedy, Strong Resolve. Another run, Parsons Legacy, then Roscom, Leduc, Napolitan. In behind horses, then out wide. Races character building from A New Story. Catch the Perk, Ninda Sivola. 2 lengths Run for Paddy. 3 or 4 lengths Rambling Minster, now being niggled along to make further progress from Sir Rembrandt. Then another break to High Cotton from Joachi L'Aventure. A wide break then to Prince of Slane, Cornish Rebel, who's taken no interest, and Sibelius D'Arte is last of those that remain and is completely tailed off. So towards the back straight they go once more. And they've got a further 9 fences to jump in the Coral Scottish National. And still, Hot Weld, who's made just about every yard thus far, spearheads the field. A couple of lengths up on another run, who's moved into second. Strong Resolve is close up, then Ballycastedy. Looks like Rambling Minster is being pulled up as they go down the back straight. Rambling Minster pulled up out the Scottish National as Hot Weld really begins to pour it on, and he's stretching the field out. Joachi's struggling now. Sir Rembrandt's being ridden along as Hot Weld goes on towards the next on the far side. He's got about 7 lengths clear to Ballycastedy, who scattered the bird. Strong Resolve was over in third, then Parsons Legacy. Reminders for another run. Shake of the reins as well for Napolitan as they move on towards another ditch. Fence 21 coming up to them, and Hot Weld has increased the lead. It's about 10 clear to Ballycastedy, Strong Resolve, then Napolitan, Parsons Legacy. Roscom, Ninda Sivola is getting closer under Graham Lee, has now gone up into about 8th or 9th position. Red and Yellow Silks just spot him going up through the field again. Then Run for Paddy. Character building's being ridden along from A New Story. Leduc is losing ground as Hot Weld leads them towards the last down the back. 5 out, in a bit close, scattered the birch. Parsons Legacy now within 3 lengths from Ballycastedy. Ninda Savola's being urged up on the outside, now goes through to dispute third with Ballycastedy as one by one they begin to crack in behind, and freewheeling down the hill with a half mile to travel and 4 to jump in the Scottish National. It's Hot Weld for PJ McDonald from the Ferdy Murphy yard, who's got a 3-length break on the chasers, spearheaded now by Parsons Legacy. Still Ninda Savola's getting closer, jumps it in third. Ballycastedy, Run for Paddy, the grey Roscom out wide, and now Hot Weld comes back to them. Stable companion Ninda Savola ranges up on the near side. Far side is Parsons Legacy, last year's winner. Run for Paddy stays on into fourth. Ninda Savola was in tight. That was 3 out. Roscom is further back, then Ballycastedy, Strong Resolve. 2 out then. Parsons Legacy draws to it, jumps on. Hot Weld rallying. Ninda Savola now driven through on the far side, clear of Run for Paddy. 1 left to go in the Scottish National. Hot Weld rallies back for more. Parsons Legacy the centre, then Ninda Savola. Hot Weld led at the last from Parsons Legacy. Ninda Savola digging in brave with the far side. Hot Weld, stable companion Ninda Savola coming at him hard, but Hot Weld is finding plenty, and he's game. A 1-2 in the Scottish National for Ferdy Murphy. Hot Weld sees off Ninda Savola. Parsons Legacy in third, over the line in fourth. Run for Paddy, then Roscom, Ballycastedy, Strong Resolve, Catch the Perk. The stragglers are still coming back to the likes of another Rum and Sir Rembrandt.
Well, what a result for trainer Ferdy Murphy. He saddles the first and second. Hot Weld leads all the way. It's virtually impossible to do that. And what a great ride by PJ McDonald.
Yeah, big win for him. Graham Lee on Ninda Savola crept into the race, thought 4 out. He probably thought he had them covered. Just made a slight mistake. I think it was either 3 out or 2 out. But to be fair to Hot Weld, this is his time of year, and he had dropped to a reasonable mark. But full marks to Ferdy Murphy, who of course has won this in recent years with Joe's Edge and Paris Pike, and was deprived of potential other success when Granite d'Estrival alongside Grey Abbey came down at the final fence. The one that threatened to spoil the party for Ferdy from a long way out was Parsons Legacy. Parsons Legacy, who was a confirmed stayer and was kept in closer attendance than I thought he might be by Richard Johnson. He never really hit his customary flat spot. But this race has produced many a sterling finish, and when Ninda Savola was switched back towards the inside, there was just the possibility that Graham Lee would conjure a winning run out of him. Parsons Legacy definitely hit the front, but as soon as he did so, that error gave Hot Weld another chance to grasp the nettle, and he required no second invitation. Jumps the last in front. Again, Parsons Legacy's a bit scrappy. Ninda Savola switched to the inside. What a novice he's going to be next year, having finished second in both the Scottish and the Irish Nationals. It's a big day for PJ McDonald, who leads home a 1-2 for Ferdy Murphy and gives him another win in the Coral Scottish Grand National. So Ferdy Murphy, a shake of the hand for PJ McDonald. 14-1 Hot Weld. Beats Neen de Sivola, the 5-1 favourite. Parsons Legacy third at 8-1. The words as well for Run for Paddy, who came right from the back to pass all but the three in front. At 12-1, fills the frame in fourth.
And here he comes, Ferdy Murphy, just putting his arm around the stable lad. And PJ, Ferdy, an outstanding training performance.
Yeah, it was grand, yeah, grand.
Superb. And what about this man on board?
Well, we've had every confidence in him, and he delivers, you know. That's what it's all about. You know yourself, if he's good enough, PJ will do the job, you know.
Well, let's have a word with the man on board, PJ. Congratulations, biggest ever win of his career. What's it like?
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. I sit at home and dream about days like this, watching the big boys ride the winners, and it's just, I'd have to pinch myself to believe I'm here, you know. But it's a great training performance by the boss. He's lined this horse out for this race all year.
Yeah. Come on, big fella, keep going.
And, you know, he proves it every year, big races. He's a great trainer, you know.
You had Graham Lee coming at you, you had Richard Johnson coming at you. What were your thoughts?
Well, I just wasn't thinking, I was just hoping that line would come as quick as it could.